Yeah, well, always those kids that your parents wouldn't let you play with. I just got my heart broken so bad for so long. I just don't want anything right now. We dropped 130K in a video and it got demonetized and hidden and stuff.
Off. The pill.
Clappy claps. All right. Good to go. Welcome back to another episode of Off the Pill Podcast. I am Ryan, and we have David in the moderator seat. We have Paco right here, and we have a very special guest all the way from Australia, Danny from half of RackaRacka.
Yeah.
We just got Racka or RackaRacka?
Oh, it's RackaRacka, but everyone says RackaRacka.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was RackaRacka, but he said RackaRacka.
Why'd you say that?
It's an American thing, you know.
No, isn't Racka more like, you know, that's how it's spelled, at least. I always thought it was.
Yeah, I thought you guys just pronounced Racka as rocker.
How'd you guys come up with that name?
It's like our suburb that we grew up in was Paco.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it was
Adelaide?
like, everyone's like, oh, going down to Racka. So, you know, and then we're like, my brother and I are twins, so RackaRacka.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where it came from. But see, you're from Adelaide. Right?
Yeah, Adelaide, South Australia.
Yeah.
No one's heard of it.
Represent.
We
But these
both
guys
have. Yeah, we were
been
just
there.
talking about it. We both did shows in Adelaide. I thought it was a big place, but it's not. I guess it's not popular.
No, there's like Sydney and Melbourne are the
Yeah.
main places in Australia. That's so weird that you both went to Adelaide.
know.
That's so weird.
Best time of my life.
Yeah.
In Adelaide?
No. It was,
Oh, yeah, Adelaide was super chill. I like Australia, but it was pretty chill.
Do you remember anything from Adelaide?
We were only there for almost 24 hours, and it was just
really?
super quiet, like a quiet town. I was like, oh, this is cool. I didn't even know what it was.
wait, did I go with you? Because I went
don't-
for
no.
24 hours as well.
No, I went with a bunch of other people. With JS Lee.
Oh, wait.
You know who they are?
Wait,
No.
I was
The
there.
Australian singers.
I
two
was
Asian
there
girls.
too for JS Lee.
Oh wait, yes, I do know
Yeah,
them. Yes,
yeah,
yep.
I'm trying to think of. We're just
'Cause they're
trying to name
twins.
dropping all the
JS Lee?
Australians. Yeah, and twins. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We just had this conversation too, but about twins.
Yep.
That we asked about.
What? That I'm not the hot twin?
No, have you? Because you have a twin brother.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever dated another twin?
Another twin?
Combo.
No, never. Whenever.
Is that weird?
Yeah, that's super weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like if it's so weird that I think like my brother and I are attracted to the same sort of person. I think. Like there was a girl that I was like that was on my Instagram and I was like, this chick's really, really, really hot. And then Michael texted a girl that I was with. He's like, who's that girl? She's really, really hot. So I think
Oh, wow.
So you guys are very similar, obviously.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe.
What's the biggest differences?
He's more of like a athlete bully sort of dude.
He's a bully.
He's a bully. I've been bullied
Picks on
right
you?
now by Michael.
He picks on you.
He picks on me, and then I'm the nerd twin.
Well, I know that he did one of those boxing matches, right?
Yeah,
back.
he fought Scarce on the
Yeah,
undercard.
and he won. Right?
Yeah, he did. He won.
And you had no interest in that.
No, I would have got my head kicked in.
Well, if you fought a smaller guy.
Yeah, or like a girl maybe, or
Oh, that option.
Were you born first or second?
no, I was second.
Oh, you were second.
And that's always like apparently that's the thing. Like the second twin's always the pussy twin.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Who's smarter though?
I'm smarter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but I mean, he had his fight, and then you had your own fight in a way, like a couple days after, right, with Calix.
Oh, like
what?
an insult battle.
Yeah, they had an insult match, and
and it went
that's
too
like,
far.
What do you mean?
Well, like
I didn't hear about this, by the way. So
we like there's a YouTuber called Calix who does like insult matches. And then, you're meant to come up with these really brutal disses. And then it went really like, well, I was okay with it, Michael was okay with it, but the audience was like, whoa. Because like, my dad's got cancer and he was like paying out my dad's cancer. And I was like dissing his girlfriend was right there. It was really brutal.
that's pretty far.
Yeah.
That's going pretty far.
But also, Calix had cancer, right? This is in remission.
Yeah, that's right. So he's allowed to say cancer jokes.
Oh, I
he
see.
had
Okay.
cancer.
He has
And you're
that.
affected by it in your family, so you're allowed to say it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it was, it's crazy. Like, it went it was really good. You should watch it.
It was a great video though. It was hilarious.
That's right. Up kind of your guys' brand. You guys do a lot of pretty crazy things. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like wondering if they're real. But like, I mean, are they all real?
Yeah, no, there are certain videos that are real. Like we do a lot of practical stuff on our channel.
Right.
So like the stunts and the effects and stuff, it's all practical. And then like we've had injuries before on set, like my brother. We do these live like wrestling matches where like Michael dresses up as this character, Ronald McDonald, on our channel. And he like does like a full like deathmatch wrestling match, which is like a really full on wrestling match with like barbed wire, thumbtacks, and that sort of stuff.
That's all real barbed
That's all,
wire.
yeah, it's all real, yeah.
Wow.
And so he broke his nose. He cut like a hole out of his back. Like it was, it was nuts. Yeah,
Inspired by Mankind. From
yeah,
WWF.
definitely inspired a bit by Mankind. I loved him growing up.
Wow.
Yeah. Cactus Jack, though, that was his better persona.
Man. And I saw a video of you guys. You guys did some, like, slam someone on a table from, like, 2 stories high.
Yeah, that was the wrestling match. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's where Michael broke his nose.
It was on that one.
Yeah, he had to get it
And
reconstructed.
where were you?
I was filming it. I wanted to be in it. No, I
are the
really wanted to be in
smart
it.
one.
I am the smart one. We grew up doing that stuff. Like our parents were never home, so we always like did like really violent wrestling matches. And as we got older, and like the more stuff we did, like everyone wanted to top each other, so it got really out of hand and really violent.
What's the craziest thing you've done? Was it that?
Well, yeah, those wrestling matches are pretty full on.
Yeah.
Like it's like yeah.
Dude, you guys are like Jackass, basically.
Yeah.
Jackasses.
That's
But
some
like,
crazy stuff.
I'd rather write scripts and stuff like that. I
Right.
love doing practical stunts. Like it's
Right.
it's
You were
nuts.
saying you're in LA, right? How long have you been here?
I've been here for like 2.5 months.
And can
I'd
you
say.
talk about what you're working on here?
Yeah. I wrote a horror film called Talk to Me. So I came out to LA to try and shop it, and we got a big bite, as we were saying earlier.
Okay.
And so we've got like a really amazing producer just signed on, and a bunch of companies have signed on. So like we're gonna announce it soon.
Are you at the stages of like already like it's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's more like they're contracting it right now. So I guess
Okay.
if like the contracting falls through, then it won't happen. But apart from that, yeah, it looks like
This
it
is your first script you sold?
Yeah, it's first trip. Yeah, it's the first time that we like properly finished and tried to sell. Yeah,
And it's your first one and you already sold it. That's amazing.
yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I don't know if you know, but like that's super uncommon.
Really?
Yeah, isn't it? To sell your first script, that's pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so crazy. Like we sold a TV show back in Australia, and then the network that purchased it just didn't like do anything with it. Like we finished it, we had like the Bible and the pilot. They're like, "Yep, we're gonna finance it." And then I was like, "Okay, when can we write the second episode?" And it was just a thing where we never heard from them. So I think they bought it just to have it and not do it or something.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it was really trash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys do a lot of like other than the crazy things, you guys do like crazy effects and you do a lot of like scripted material. And,
Yeah.
Are you the editor or?
Yeah, so
you
like,
guys take turns.
Yeah, so me and my brother, so I'll like think of what the idea is usually, and then we'll like improvise on set or have a script. And then so he'll star in it, I'll shoot it, and then I'll do like a rough cut, he'll do a fine cut, and he'll do a color grade. I'll do the color grade, and he'll do sound effects and music.
So you guys split it up.
Yeah, we split it up. And then we've got like a VFX team if it gets really, really heavy. You
So
know?
how big is your full crew then?
Well, I don't know. Like it depends on the project. Like sometimes
Right.
it'd just be Michael and me, and then other times it could be like 15 people.
So
It
the
just-
core is just you two then.
Yeah, the core is just us two. Yeah, and then we've got like a stunt coordinator for the bigger stuff as well. So if we want to do wire work or like car crashes and all that sort of stuff, we get in like a pro.
That's all in Adelaide.
Yeah, all
the
in
most
Adelaide, always in Adelaide.
Yeah, we were watching that clip of you guys kind of just like I think by a cornfield or something. You guys were just kept jumping onto windshields and just doing stunts
Oh,
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
And
Like yeah.
do you think the fact that you were raised in Adelaide and there's like really nothing to do, it's a smaller town, there's so much space that you're kind of like, let's utilize this, and it was like,
I think we're just really aggressive children.
so even in like a large city, you probably would have done something.
I feel like
this.
we still would have like done the same sort of thing. It was always like, yeah, we're always those kids that your parents wouldn't let you play with, you know. Like, yeah,
You were the kids.
we were
that-
those kids where they were like, do not hang out with those
Yeah.
twins. Yeah,
Can you describe your parents? Like, what are they like? Like,
pretty laid back. Like, my dad was just never home. Like, he was always working, so we'd always entertain ourselves. And then, like, we had our grandfather that lived with my dad that was looking after us. And then he passed away when we were 13. And then so, like, yeah, we saw our mum every now and then, but we lived with our dad and he was just never home. So we always just, you know,
you guys were
crazy
bored.
stuff.
yeah.
You guys were bored.
We
You
were
guys-
bored. We had to express ourselves.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do they say when they see these videos though? Like they must say something, right?
Well, yeah, but no, like originally my dad, I think, was trying to get us to get a normal job. But then once it started picking up, we're like, Dad, we're making more money than you, mate.
Have you guys ever had a normal job?
No, so like for me to make money, yeah, I was like checking into medical trials and testing drugs that weren't on the market
Oh
yet.
my gosh.
Yeah. And so like that was my job because I can't really do anything else.
How much do they pay?
No, it wasn't very good. It was like probably like $180 a day or something.
And they take your blood or they inject stuff into you?
Yeah.
or-
So it depends on what the drug is. Like you check into the hospital for like a month at a time or 2 months. And then they're like, all right, we're going to test this out. We've tested it on rats, but we're going to test it on humans now.
gosh.
Yeah. And then,
Sounds like a movie.
You were in a movie like
I was
that.
in a movie that did that kind of thing,
Oh, really?
and I guess it has to exist somewhere in real life. So you've
It's a real
actually
thing.
done it.
Yeah.
Have you had anything crazy?
yeah. So like one time it was like a drip. They were dripping the drug into my arm and then it was hurting. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is hurting. They're like, do you want us to stop? I'm like, no, it's fine. And And it just kept hurting. I could feel it fucking, going through me. And then my entire left arm just went paralyzed and I couldn't move it. And I was like, I can't move my arm. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't move my arm. They're like, try and squeeze my finger. And I'm like, I can't. So I was like, oh shit. And then once they sort of took it out and the drug sort of wore off, like I had,
Did they tell you what it was?
Yeah, they tell me, but I did so many of them, I started to zone out and not listen to what they were saying.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
That's a very cool first job.
Yeah, it was an awesome job.
Yeah.
My first job there, I was in a VFX house when I was 16, but I got fired like 2 weeks in.
Oh.
Yeah, I was terrible at the job. I think I'm just terrible at holding a normal job. I just couldn't do it. Like, imagine if you weren't doing videos or doing this stuff. It'd be like, what would you?
The thing is, it's hard to go. I think it would be hard to go back to a normal job. But maybe if I never had done it, maybe I don't know. I used to be very just like I'm gonna play by the book and just graduate high school, get into a good college, get a normal job in medicine or something. And then, And then now when I think about it, it's like, man, I don't know how I would be able to work a specific hours. I don't know.
It'd be hell. It'd be awful.
Yeah.
Like what were you gonna do if you weren't gonna do film?
I was gonna be in some kind of X-ray, like nuclear medicine or something.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're smart.
No. I mean, I was going to try to. I did like a year and a half of college. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't go to college. I did like a year of a media course after school.
Oh, okay.
And
so
then
you were always in film then?
Yeah, like we've been doing it since we were like 9. We've been obsessed with it. Yeah.
Really?
We're
So
shooting.
How old are you guys right now?
I'm 26 right now.
Okay.
And you guys started filming all of your wrestling stuff at the age of 9?
Yeah. Oh, we started like making videos when we were 9 and we started wrestling like around 11. And then we started really hurting each other like around 14, 15.
Was it because you guys were like just rough and aggressive, or was it because you guys disagreed on things?
No, we were just a bunch of ferals. Like we were like us and our friends were like, it was like a really like sort of not the best area, and like we were just with a bunch of feral friends, and we were just a bunch of ferals, and like I don't know.
But it was all out of love. It was all out of love.
It was all out of love. We heard each other out of love.
Is that pretty normal in like Adelaide? Is that like
What?
is that considered like a I don't know, not a bad area, but like a rough area?
No, Adelaide's not considered a rough area. Just like in like a not like a high social area.
I see.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
there's a word called bogan in Australia. Like we're bogans. They're like
Is that like True Blues, right? Or
it's
whatever?
like Australian hillbillies. I guess.
Love it.
Or like ferals, you just like
So
we're bogan.
So you guys have close to 6 million subscribers and almost 1 billion views. You guys have done pretty well for yourselves.
Yeah, I think we would have 1 billion views, but YouTube keeps removing our videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you probably already do, but they're on private or they're just
Well, they remove them. They just say,
Oh,
removed.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like,
is it
we've
too
just-
dangerous or
Well, I don't know. It depends on the video. They're like, this is too violent. This was too this was too
when
that.
did that start happening for you?
Pretty early on, but once the adpocalypse thing happened, we were just screwed. Like
Yeah.
our AdSense is just nothing,
Yeah.
Like we made nothing off AdSense, and then like, they just started removing and hiding and demonetizing, and like it was just it was hell.
So where's your form of revenue coming in then?
Well, so like right now it's like we live off brand deals pretty much. Yeah, and then so
And you have a Patreon or anything like that?
we've got a
as well?
Patreon
That's
as
right,
well. Yeah. But like the main income would be brand deals.
So these brand deals, I mean, the adpocalypse, it really affected obviously the creators, but it was because the brands didn't want to advertise on certain types of content.
Yeah.
So when you guys are working on these brand deals, do they feel the same way when they're working with like your type of content? Or?
Yeah, I think so. There are certain brands that will advertise on our stuff, and there's like two sides to RackaRacka. Like we have our violent side, but we also have like the PG side as well. And there are lots of brands that want to work on crazier content, and we've spoken to those brands, and we've spoken to like Google about it, and like we've worked with brands where they're like, you can't work for that brand. Like we're not letting that brand on our platform, and I'm like, you're scaring off the people that are going to advertise for mature content. It's so, like they're just shooting themselves in the foot. It's so weird.
What types of brands would like advertising?
Yes. So like a lot of film and TV stuff, you know that TV show The Boys that just came out? Like they're keen to have like edgier content, or like stuff like Adam and Eve would have edgier content, or like people like that sell like internet, like what is it called, VPNs and shit. Like there are lots of brands that will that are down to do it. Yeah. If they want to do the violent stuff, but then we also have the PG stuff as well, which we can do.
Right.
But
ultimately you're trying to it seems like you're trying to take your career off YouTube, right, and go focus more on mainstream movies or TV shows.
Exactly.
Right?
So like 2018 is when like I decided, I was like, I'm not fulfilled anymore on YouTube. Like it feels so restrictive and like I hate it there, and they're just being they're assholes,
Was it almost like, in a way, the whole demonetizing of your channel, was it helpful actually to help you make the jump? Because it's like, man, this isn't worth it anymore.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if I look at it that way, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it's not a great thing. But I could see how like it could, I mean, it's a scary thing to leave your bread and butter, right?
Yeah, exactly, for something else. And then so it was like, we were writing a film before that all happened, and it was a thing where we were so caught up with being YouTubers and traveling and doing this, doing that, we never focused on it.
Right.
Whereas like 2018, I was like, yeah, I'm going to focus on it like this year and like from now on, And then, so it worked out. Apparently the movie could still be crap if it comes out. I don't know.
I mean, that's still a pretty, like I said, it's you don't really hear people writing their first script and then selling that first script. I usually hear a lot of writer friends that they write out hundreds of scripts and they still haven't sold one yet. So
yeah, crap.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Like, I'm really, really happy with it.
And you said it was a horror script, right?
Yeah, it's a horror film. Yeah.
Is that just? I mean, I don't know why I would have assumed you'd done like comedy or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I really do love horror. So like, this was a horror film, and the other ones we're writing one action one and another horror one.
Oh, action as well. Yeah.
Yeah, action as well. So yeah, we're writing an action one. We're really excited about as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna? I mean, if you make the horror film, are you guys gonna be in the production side too?
Yeah, so we're directing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so like, my brother and I will co-direct if I decide to let him in because he's being a bully right now. He's doing this whole diss track war on me on like on our channel.
Yeah, but is that planned or?
No, yeah, it was like, well, he's like, I'm doing a diss track on you, and you better respond. And I was like, what the heck? So he like made me out to be some like money hungry villain in his YouTube video, and so I was like, I had 2 hours to write mine. And I was like, I'll just play the villain.
But you're more of the writer out of the two, right?
Yeah, but he had 5 weeks for his. I had 2 hours to write mine. And I was like, so I just sort of slapped together something really crap, and I was like, I'll just play the villain. I was like rapping about bitches and money. Like that's what like the whole thing was about, like as a joke. But then my audience was like, oh yeah, Danny is like the sellout. Michael's the one that's dedicated to the original stuff and all this sort of shit. So like everyone's against me right now on my channel.
Oh, that's funny.
But he is a bully.
But
yeah, but he's a bully.
it sounds like you guys have sibling rivalry.
Yeah, I guess so a little bit. Well, no, this is the first time he blew up my car in the video. Like I left a car back in Australia that I do drive, and he took it to my cousin's farm and blew it up. And I was like,
he blew up your car.
He blew up my car. I was like, it's so unnecessary and uncalled for. It makes no sense.
You seem so happy about it right now. I mean, it seems like you're just a happy person in general.
A happy person.
Yeah.
Like he blew up my car. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like he shot my leg. And he's just laughing about it.
I don't know. He blew it up. So I was like, okay, well, I've got to do something to his car. And so he's got a really expensive car. He's got, do you know those Range Rover Velar things?
I know what a Range Rover is.
Expensive, yeah.
Yeah, so he has one of those, and I got a friend to smear shit on his windshield.
And where was the shit from?
My friend's asshole.
Yeah, so if you want to see this stuff, it may or may not be on YouTube because they might remove it.
They did remove it, then they reinstated it, then they removed it, and now it's reinstated again. Yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and then he rang up and said, "Who did it? You can't put shit on my windshield." I'm like, "You blew up my car. What the fuck?
Yeah,
what?"
That's a mild reaction from a blown up car.
Yeah, it's so small, and then he's like, "It's stained. It like smells like shit permanently." And I was like, "Take it to the wash a couple of times. I can't scrape off the char burn." Like my car is completely total.
How close are you guys? I mean, obviously there's like this rivalry, and I'm sure a lot of it is for YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But how close are you guys, like, really behind the scenes?
Well, like we don't really talk about anything other than this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it's sort of like,
so it's more business.
I think it's more business. I wouldn't like have a bad day and go, "Oh man, like we should talk about this, Michael." Like,
right.
Yeah.
Has it always been the case growing up?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
There must have been at some point where we just sort of stopped being brothers. Now we're just like business partners or something.
Right.
Yeah. It's weird.
As twins, because you hear stories about twins feeling certain things or like saying things at the same time across the world, and those types of stories. Like, have you ever experienced any sort of strange?
Yes,
phenomena?
it's sort of like it's a weird superpower. Like if he needs to piss, I need to piss. That's like the one thing that's like
power.
It's a pretty good power. So like that was the one thing, and then the other thing is like we sometimes would say the same things at the same time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like say it at the same time.
Just because you guys are just so similar?
Yeah, I guess so. So like, I don't know, they're the two weird things. And apart from that, like I can't talk to him right now without talking to him on the phone. Mm-hmm. Like I can't communicate with him.
No, yeah.
Right. But I wonder if like, You know, they used to do those weird experiments back in the World War, like Hitler did. They're like, we're going to take twins into submarines, take one into one room, one in the other, and then kill one and see if there's any reaction to the other one. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe. Apparently, those experiments worked. So, I don't know.
Well, I've heard of that, but I didn't know what the results were.
Yeah, I don't know what the results were either. But
you guys should maybe do a video on that. That might be interesting.
Yeah, I think Michael should be shot in the head.
That's that dark Australian humor.
Don't take anything we say seriously.
Instead of death, just smear shit on his face until
Yeah.
you feel it or smell it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was angry about his Valar.
Well, I guess since the whole, you changing focus from YouTube into doing your own script, you guys kind of like branched out, and did you guys start collabing a lot more during that year?
No, we've been collabing, I think, from the start. Like I think we had such a different style to what everyone was doing, so we were able to get some pretty big collabs pretty quickly. Like, like Logan Paul and like KSI and all that sort of stuff. Like they're keen to work with us. So like we got into those collabs pretty quickly. Like after our first year on YouTube, we started collabing with all these people. I actually wrote a script once for Ryan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ben. You remember Ben Grubbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent it. We never heard back from you.
I don't know. I don't remember ever getting a script, to be honest.
Damn you, Ben.
No, I really don't.
Oh, really?
I've seen your stuff before. I mean, I've seen back when you guys did like the was it Star Wars and
Star Wars and Harry Potter.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is dope. And especially back then, like that was like it was
Yeah.
pretty unique. And I was just like, yeah, those guys are dope. I don't remember ever getting a script from them.
Really?
Unless was it supposed to be like me and going to Australia and doing
No,
it?
no.
Or-
It was like Extreme Tag was the video where like you and Michael were versing each other in tag, and it got like. You're like, now you're it. Then you guys like crashing cars into each other. You're like, now you're
I
it.
definitely don't remember that.
Really?
I mean, it sounds funny. Did you make it? Did you end up making it?
No, we didn't end up making
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, we wrote it for Ryan, and we never got.
Well, I mean, if you're ever, gonna go back to YouTube, if you're tired of selling movies, I mean, I'm down.
First channel is in need of it.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I can't believe so you just don't you still post normal videos along with the
Not this year. I've actually been like taking a break. That's why I've been doing the podcast.
yeah
Because I was like you said the same thing. You kind of felt like unfulfilled. It just got tiresome. I felt like I was making the same things and like I get it. Like, oh, this will get views because it's popular and you make something cool out of it, but it's not like I don't feel growth. So for me, I mean, I don't know. I'm just putting words in your mouth, but that's how.
I completely. It does feel repetitive, and you do feel like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then when you repeat it, like everyone's like, "Oh, you've done this before," and then when you stray from it, they're like, "Oh, this is the old you. You've changed."
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people for the longest time because we started doing these podcasts, and it's so different from. This is the first time I'm actually being myself, like on in first channel videos, and people were like. Why are you so grouchy? Or like, why are you not happy all the time? Like, people just didn't know. And I just got tired of just, I guess, doing the same thing. So I was just kind of taking a break, figuring it out. But we're still making other content. But still trying to figure out what I want to do.
Because you guys are like, it was a nut spree you guys went on. Like, holy crap.
It was pretty exciting.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys do content just like that, though.
I know, but you were like doing it weekly.
Yeah, for a little bit.
It was like, I don't know, like you were pretty consistent.
Tiring.
Like I would go between like 2 months without uploading sometimes.
Yeah.
So props to you. That's holy crap.
I mean, you guys did some, like your Naruto video. When did that come out?
Oh, that was 2016, I think.
Yeah. I think, when did we do ours?
Before me, so.
Yeah. So it was a little before that. And I was like, oh, this is pretty, like we were pretty happy with it. And then yours came out. I was like, okay, well now ours is irrelevant. Like if everyone types in Naruto like live action and like ours is just shit compared to like what you guys did. So I was like, okay, these guys are good. And you guys kept getting better. So I was just like, okay.
And Ben Grubbs organized your Naruto thing. So
Maybe Ben did. I don't want to. Like Ben's pretty dependable. So it was probably something I missed.
You probably got lost somewhere.
Yeah.
But talking about how you guys are kind of like, taking a break and finding that compromise and stuff. A lot of times with artists, they'll be like, oh, I want to express my true self. But then it's like, how do I make money with that?
Yeah.
And I think with you, because like your guys' videos are getting blocked or hidden or sometimes demonetized. And it's like, why don't you just show less violence? And you guys are just like, we love violence though.
Yeah. Well, I think that it was sort of like, they were hiding things that weren't even violent. Like if it was like a certain amount of swear words, like our channel was just targeted.
Yeah.
And then I'm okay with making non-violent videos, but they were still striking us or like, changing our channel. Like we started doing vlogs for a bit and then we started doing, I don't know what we ended up doing. Like we sort of lost our way, but I'm like, we weren't making what I wanted to make anymore. So like the writing has been so fulfilling. It's been the best thing ever. Like I love I love writing. I love it so much now.
Right.
And we're still doing the big videos. Like we got Harry Potter vs. Star Wars 2 coming out soon.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a really big video. That's
Right.
like back to our old sort of videos. Like it's really huge. So I'm really excited to drop that. So I'm still excited to do videos for YouTube, but it just won't be the main focus, you know. Yeah.
How does Michael feel about the writing and all that?
Well, I don't know. I guess that's why he made the diss track, because he was like, I'm still down for YouTube.
Oh, so he's a little salty then.
He must be a little bit salty. And he's like, I'm going to go back to 2017 with these diss tracks.
I don't know. We're going to have to get him on later and see his point of view.
If he ever comes here.
Yeah, I know. That's true. You were saying.
Yeah, he doesn't come.
He's in Australia.
He screwed up this brand deal. I was telling them earlier for,
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Let's let the people know a little bit more about your twin.
Yeah, Michael's unreliable. He's a bit of an unreliable twin. This chick here can vouch for it. Hello. Yep, she's there in the
We have a
background.
friend here.
My future wife.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like he was meant to go to London for this event, and then he's meant to leave today, but he messaged me today. He's like, I can't go. Like my passport's destroyed and I can't go. And I was like, you haven't spoken to the brand for 2 weeks. How is your passport suddenly damaged? And so I've had to cancel all my plans to do his plans, you know? So it's a sad
take his
time.
place.
I have to take his place, yeah. And so like even the friend that he was going with was like, I haven't heard from Michael what's going on. I'm like, I don't know. So Michael's he's unreliable. Yeah. We should be good if he was doing other stuff, but he's just making diss tracks on me and blowing up my car.
Well, it seems like, I mean, like this, it's like a really shitty thing to happen to you, but you seem so positive. Like your car got blown up. He's like not showing up to this event that you have to take his place for. And you seem very positive.
Well, still like, I still look at it and go, like, how much, I don't know, life could be so much worse.
Right.
Like I'm just trying to think of like, I feel so bad for my dad. Like I see my dad getting up 5 days a week to go to this thing that he hates. And I'm like, am I really going to get upset? I'm like, I need to go to London to be part of this event and be paid to like, do an obstacle course. Like it's so stupid to be upset about, I guess.
I have a question. Did your brother also do the drug testing thing?
No, it was just me. So
Maybe that's why you're so positive.
Yeah, I've got like a weird drug.
Lasting effect.
It's a concoction of things.
I had a friend that once did the drug tests, and they did it on rats, and they brought everyone in a week after they'd done the drugs. They're like, we don't want to worry anyone, but the rats that we tested the drug on, some of them have gone blind.
Oh.
And everyone's like, what? So like that was like a really scary call.
That is
for
so
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
Because you
it's
guys
nuts.
sign a waiver, so.
Yeah, to say like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Once I turned yellow like a Simpson, because like something to do with my liver, like I was yellow.
Yeah.
And then one time I was having spasms.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I was still functioning, but I was sort of like...
Well, thank you for doing the clinical
For your
trials.
service. Thank you for your service, man.
For humanity, right?
Yeah, I did it for the science.
Thank you.
That's so crazy.
Oh my god.
But I did love checking in there. There's always weird people that are in there. It's always like a weird thing. Like I do love going to those drug trials. But I remember there was a point where like I was still doing YouTube videos when I was doing the drug trials. And I was like, oh crap, we don't need to do it anymore. You know, but I still feel like I want to check in and write something while I'm in there.
You obviously had to do some kind of like non-disclosure, right? When you're...
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say you could just film yourself. That'd be interesting already.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely can't do
Oh,
that.
yeah. Okay.
But that would be really cool. Like today I'm paralyzed.
That's a good title though. The YouTube title.
Yeah,
So
today I got
interesting.
paralyzed.
I got paralyzed for a day or whatever.
I said, you should have seen Michael got like one of the stunts that he did. We were letting off these mortars and this stick went into his face and it was sticking out of his face. And his right face was just completely numb, and there was like a stick hanging out of his face. Oh my god! Yeah, it was really bad. But like,
really bad as he laughs.
fuck you, Michael.
Well, on that note, we're gonna take a quick shishi break, and we'll be right back. And we're back. But we just found out some interesting information. We have a question about that because there was a video, right, that you posted recently with Riley Reid.
Yeah.
Who is a porn star.
She is indeed an adult entertainer.
Yeah. And you said you're staying in LA right now with her.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the question?
No. I was just trying to confirm. I'm trying to confirm things right now. The question we have written here is, are you dating Riley Reid or are you dating a porn star?
Right. No, I'm not dating Riley Reid. I'm really good friends with Riley. Like she's
How
a
did that happen?
super. I don't know. I met her at a party and then we went out and we got some food and some drinks, got completely hammered, woke up somewhere with no hands. And
Wait, with no hands?
no,
I was like, What does that mean? In Australia? I thought it was some kind of like lingo in Australia.
Australian lingo, yeah.
You were playing along with it. You're like, yeah, no hands.
Yeah, okay.
No, like, I don't know. I don't know. We hit it off. Like, she's really, really cool. She's super unique. She's really funny. She's super smart. I love hanging out with her. She's really cool to be around. And like, I don't know, I've never met someone like her. Like, she's so keen for anything and everything. Like, we've gone to Burning Man, Comic-Con. We went to Michigan to film with Long Neck and, you know, all those guys.
Oh,
and
she came with you?
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's nuts. She's like, I don't know. I love hanging out with her. But yeah, we are just friends.
It's like your BFF.
She is my BFF out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you, I mean, would you be interested in dating her?
So it's a thing where it's an awkward thing because, you know, I'm like, I've got feelings for someone else right now back in Australia, and it's like really one-sided and unreciprocated. So
okay.
I've just had my heart broken for so long, and then came out to LA, and I was like, I need to try and get away from feelings. You know, I don't want to feel anything anymore.
Well,
You know?
staying with a porn star is a way to start, I guess.
Adult entertainment.
Oh, yeah,
An
sorry.
adult entertainer, right?
Sorry.
No,
She's an actress.
She's an actress.
How do you, like, as a YouTuber, do you date? Like, do you have a girlfriend? Have you had a girlfriend?
So this is the one thing. I just got my heart broken so bad for so long. I just don't want anything right now.
You just broke up with your girlfriend.
Well, not even break up. Like, it was never even a thing. It was like unreciprocated, one-sided love.
How long?
Oh, it was ages. Like, I lost count of the years.
Oh, wow.
Plus,
Yeah.
you've been in love with this woman for many years.
Yes, for ages,
And
yeah.
it was just not reciprocated.
Yeah. It was really, really one-sided. It was never really a thing. And I always thought that, oh, maybe it'll be a thing one day. But it just wasn't. And so it was like, yeah. And it was really, really painful. And it was like to the point where I'd get anxiety before I saw them. Like, I was like, I'd swear my heart's pounding. I'm like, oh, my God. Because I was so used to getting hurt by them, you know. And, yeah, it was just a really bad.
Was this like a close friend kind of thing? Because it seems like...
Yeah, like I still saw them and hung out with them and everything. So like I really good friends with them and always spoke to them. But it was just, the feelings were never the same.
So as we pick at this scab and open up a wound continuously.
Yeah.
So, but what was a turning point where you were like, this is not going to work?
Well, that was like, well, I started writing when I was upset. So there's a lot of that stuff in my scripts. So maybe that's why I got picked up because there's a lot of, like, I felt really, I guess, authentic for some elements.
That probably helped, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, like a lot of that stuff is in the script, and it was sort of like therapy to write it, you know. And then also, I was writing songs for a bit as well for some artists, like a bit of ghostwriting stuff. And so it got to the point where I was like picking fights with this person so I could like get upset to write lyrics. It was just a weird, toxic thing.
You're an artist.
Yeah, you're like
As
the
an
Taylor
artist.
Swift of scripts.
Yeah. But yeah, like even now, yeah, I don't know. It's just still like a really weird thing, you know.
Well, before this crush that you had
Yeah.
that lasted X amount of years, did you, like, while you were a YouTuber still, did you have like a girlfriend, or was
Not
it
a
private,
girlfriend.
or
Yeah, it was more like, I don't know, playing the field a bit, I guess. Never like a proper girlfriend. Yeah, never that. Like, it's always been like, you know, messing around or maybe, but like it was never like, I never had like a proper relationship with anyone.
Are you ready for one?
Well, no, now I'm not. Now I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
He just said he doesn't want any feelings.
Because it's too painful. It hurts too much.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, but if the right one came along.
Yeah, possibly. Like, I don't know. I'd rather not right now. It'd be a thing where I'm like, maybe in a couple of years down the track or something. It hurts too much. And I've still got feelings for this other person. I'm like, it doesn't feel like they're going to go away anytime soon. You know?
Well, you know what? If this movie does really well,
Yeah.
it might work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it will.
But at that point,
it definitely won't.
Yeah, but at that point, do you still take that? Though?
Exactly.
Like, if that's the reason why she's back into you. Yeah. So, you never know. You never know. People change.
They're a really awesome person, though. But it was just, it's just sad times, guys.
Yeah.
I need a break now.
It'll be better.
Yeah.
It'll
All
be
right.
better.
We'll take another shisha.
How's your brother's love life then? You can shit on that.
Yeah, let's shit on that, Donna. I don't know. Like, I think he's more of a sleep around sort of guy right now as well. I guess he's not looking for something. I don't know, though. I don't really talk to him about it. That's how much we don't talk about things. Yeah. But like, who knows? I know there's a girl that's interested in him here. But I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I just know that like our productivity will go down if we're in a relationship. You know?
True.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I feel like you definitely, if you're not in a relationship, you don't have to, you can focus on what you're interested in.
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
have to worry about another person. So
Yeah.
I think you can still make it work, but it is time is like limited, you know? So,
Yeah.
and you have to use some of that time. So I
How long?
definitely see that.
How long have you been in your relationship for?
About a little over 3 years, almost 4 years.
Yeah. That's awesome. See,
Yeah,
love when love's back.
Well, he's like laughing.
Tell me about it.
He's trying to preach to himself. Well, Ryan, affirm me, Ryan.
Yeah. But, well, that's.
Did you have your heart broken before that, Ryan? Have you had your heart broken?
I don't know if it was to the same degree.
Yeah.
That you're describing.
Yeah.
A lot of the previous girlfriends that I've had ended up pretty mutually, I think.
Yeah. So you fell out of love, sort of.
Yeah, that and it. Yeah, for the most part, just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like same scenario, I guess.
Yeah. How many relationships have you had?
Serious ones, probably maybe 4.
4.
3.
3.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you count high school. That's why.
All right.
But it lasts that one in high school was like a couple years, or a year and a half.
Oh, that still sounds like it could be serious.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, holy crap, 4 relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got your experience then.
I mean, not really. Like, this is the one I'm in currently is the longest relationship I've been in.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning.
Are you going to get married and have children?
Well, I mean, that's one of the things too. Like, I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, I think obviously that's always been the goal. When you're a kid, like I said, I had a plan, and then that's completely changed.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. I mean, with you, like, if you're going to be working in this area, are you going to stay in LA?
So yeah, I think it will be like a back and forth thing. It depends on where we're going to shoot this film though. Mm-hmm. Like, if we're going to shoot it here, then I'll stay here. If we're going to shoot it in Australia, then I head back to Australia.
Right. But even after this movie though, like, you're probably going to write more and have to come back out and pitch. Like,
yeah. So like, I think I want to be out here if I've got a purpose to be out here. Mm. Even for like when I travel, I'd rather travel if I've got something to travel for. I hate just traveling for the sake of traveling. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm doing a brand deal here, I'll go there. Or if we're shooting this here, I'll go there.
Right.
So like if I've got a purpose to be in LA, then like I'll come out here.
You think you could ever live out here?
I do really miss friends back home. Like it's
Okay.
really, but like, I think so. I think I'd love to have a house here and a house in Adelaide and go back and forth because I'm back and forth anyway. Yeah. But like, I always spend heaps of time here. Then I'm like, I really miss home. And then I go back home and I'm like, I really miss LA. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's always like, I think I'll have a home in both places.
What do you miss about Adelaide?
Having my heart broken, really.
It's all about the love that's there.
No, I think it's like, like the friends and family. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And, this girl, screw her. I think it's mostly missing friends and family. And also, it's a lot easier to shoot in Adelaide. It's hard to shoot in LA. Like, LA's terrible. Yeah. But you can't blow shit up here.
Definitely not.
No.
Speaking of blowing stuff up, like some of your videos that has extremely high production value.
Yeah.
What's like the most you guys have ever spent on a single video? I mean, you don't have to answer that.
No, I will answer it. It's a pretty stupid answer. So like one time we dropped 130K in a video and it got demonetized and hidden and stuff. And
$130,000 US.
So that's Australian dollars, probably like around 90 to 100K
That's
USD.
ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of money. And then like,
which video was that?
It was Dragon Ball Z versus Avatar. So like we built these sets. We had like flooding sets. It was just like massive VFX shots and like it was like a lot. Even like when we were syncing the set, it was so expensive. I love the video, but it just got demonetized straight away. We made like, I don't know what we made off that, but no idea what we spent.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the biggest waste of money
I
ever.
hope there was a brand deal in there somewhere.
Oh, no brand deal. Yeah.
So you guys just were like, we want to make this, we want to be creative
awesome.
and just spend this money.
Yeah. Like we always like, there's things that we want to tick off and things that we want to do. Like I want to do a flooding set. So we made the video based on the flooding set. Or like, there's stuff that we're doing in this Harry Potter vs. Star Wars video where it's like, I want to do that. That Harry Potter car that flies. Mm-hmm. Like I want to do that practically. So like we've like
a practical flying car.
Yeah. I've got to show you the stuff. It's really cool. So like Michael's dangling off the door and it's like flying through the air and stuff. Like it's really cool. Like, luckily a brand did this video though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like,
that's crazy.
How do you like learn all this? Because you were like, you said you didn't really care for school or anything. And you couldn't hold down a job. But when you find this passion, how do you learn that?
Well, I don't know. Like, I guess stunts you sort of learn to do it your own way, but then we've got our stunt coordinator as well, which we can say, I want to do this, this, and this, and then he can properly plot it out and plan it out, and he's really good at that. So like, shout out Judd Wild. So he's awesome, and like for our film, we're definitely going to get him, And then I don't know, it's just like you practice over the years, and you get better at it. You get better at doing whatever you're rehearsing. So like each video that we do is like, it's a practice ground, you know.
So it's kind of just like combining old ideas together and just being like,
all the skills that you learn over those years and crap. Yeah. Oh. So like, I'm really excited for this video to come out because it's really big and like it's so super exciting.
Like, so besides the whole unrequited love situation, where else did you draw? I like picking at your scabs.
That's
real
cool,
quick.
man.
Yeah.
I'll just keep bringing that up.
Yeah. Michael hired me. But where else did you get your like inspiration from? You know?
Yeah. It's a weird thing. I do this thing to my friends, which is pretty cruel. I'm really fixated on like how would people react to a certain situation in real life, you know? So like I'd act out or pretend something's happening to certain people. See,
example. Give us an example.
Yeah, there was a big project that we worked on the RackaRacka. I don't want to say it because like people still think that it's real on our channel, but like there was a project that we did that wasn't real, and then like no one knew that it wasn't real. Everyone like we played it out like it was real, and everyone's reactions were completely like, what is going on? And like you get to see people's real reactions because everyone has a face of how they act in real life, but then like, you know, when something actually happens, you know, everyone changes. So I'm so interested in that sort of thing. Like with the script, there's scenes that I wrote where I was like, I want to act this out with, you know, my friends and see how these people would actually react in these situations.
So you have characters based off of your real life friends then in a way?
Yeah, ish. Like I base characters on like, I find it easier to write if I've got someone to write for. Like I can picture this person in my head. Like I know how this person talks, and I'll hang out with someone a lot to get their lingo and get how they would speak and like find out how they would react to certain things. So like I do definitely base certain characters off of certain people. And like, and then like in this film there's characters that are based on myself, you know, elements of that. And then a lot from like friends and all that sort of shit. So like, like there's like, for example, there's like a scene in our script where this kid's offered like a cigarette from his friend and he really looks up to the friend and he I wanted to see how like our neighbor would react to that. So I offered him, like, do you want a cigarette? I don't smoke or anything. I was never going to give it to him, but I wanted to see how he'd react to that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I don't know. It's just looking at that sort of thing. Like, I don't know. I find people's behaviors interesting.
That's really interesting because I remember Ryan saying something similar to me. Like you like seeing the reactions, making somebody feel something when you make your content.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was.
But he's doing it just to make his content.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Before that.
Yeah.
But it's never to people that can't handle it. It's people that are like, oh my God, what's happening? And they're having fun of it. It's never, I'm not like traumatizing anyone.
Yeah. Right.
Like it's people that can take it and like friends that know me and stuff. And so like once they find out that this is like a prank or this is whatever, like people are cool with it. It's fine.
So generally these people are cool with it. But like at first, was it kind of like, do they feel like you're using them or?
No, not really. It'd be a thing where I'm like, dude, I think someone's outside. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I think there's someone walking around outside. Like, what do you mean there's someone walking around outside? And like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like that sort of stuff. And then when we get out there, I'm like, there's not really anyone walking outside. I just want to see how you'd react.
Do you tell them after the fact? Like, I was just using you to study.
Yeah. I was like, you're villainizing me, Ryan.
No, I'm just wondering.
No, it is a weird process.
I'm trying to picture it if that just were to happen right now, and then just to see how we would react.
Yeah, to see how you'd react.
Oh, no, I was just doing a thing. Like, it's not a prank. I was just trying to study.
Yeah, I was just studying. It's like, And then people know, they're like, okay. Like, it's never... I haven't had anyone go like, oh man, that's too far.
You're the boy who cried wolf.
I am definitely the boy. I'm like, dude, there's actually someone outside. Fucking come help me.
No, you have your pen and paper right there. I know what you're doing.
It's so funny. But like, it probably is a little bit mean now that I think of it. But like, our friends are all keen for it. They're down for it. Yeah.
So
I promise.
So we got some questions from some fans.
Yeah, okay.
So we got one here. It says, so you're friends with both KSI and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
They have a fight coming up.
They do indeed. No head guards.
Who are you closer to and who are you rooting for?
It's a weird thing where it's like, it's even for me because whenever I'm hanging out with KSI, I'm like, oh, KSI is so cool. You know, he's so amazing. Yeah, Team KSI. Whenever I hang out with Logan, I'm like, yeah, Logan's so cool. Team Logan. Like I've always said, they'd be such good friends, you know, in real life if they weren't beefing like this.
And you set up the first fight too, right?
Yeah, because Logan didn't want to do it originally, so I flew out and spoke to Logan about it, and I was like, Logan, bro, you've got to do this. And like, I don't know, I was so obsessed, and I was like, I'd won money on KSI's fight, and I was like, I'm going to put money on this one, but I just couldn't bring myself to bet on either of them. I don't want to root for, fucking kick his ass, JJ. When I'm like, I don't want to see Logan getting his ass kicked. I don't want to see
bet
JJ.
on a tie.
You should have bet on a tie, yeah. So it was like, I can't pick a side. Like, it's impossible. Like, I hated watching that fight. It was so painful to watch. I was like, you're watching two friends beat the shit out of each other. It's awful. I hated it.
You know, it's funny. When we had KSI on the podcast, we asked him, like, could you ever be friends with Logan? And he said he could. He thinks he could.
He thinks he could, yeah.
Yeah, but then he said he would never be friends with Jake. He legitimately hates Jake. Yeah. He thinks he's just a horrible person. But I thought it was so interesting because Logan and KSI are beefing, right? Or supposedly.
Well, no, they are. They are actually beefing.
But he said he thinks he could be. I might be misquoting, but right? He said something like he thinks he could be friends with him. And that's what you're saying.
I said that to Logan, and Logan's like, no. Like, I think Logan's like not with it now. Yeah. Like, I don't know, but I feel like they could still be friends.
So interesting. You instigated that. You made that.
No, it's gonna happen.
It's more studying. I mean, you're just running the world from behind the scenes. Like,
I'm curious. What did you say to Logan to get him to convince him?
I went there and I was like, I just came back from this fight, and like KSI called Dre. He's like, I saw that. Well, he doesn't even upload. Like, Logan was sort of like, JJ doesn't really upload much, but like I just kept like, I don't know, I just kept talking about it every day and bringing it up every day, and like I was just like, it'll be the biggest event in internet history, Logan. Like, it's huge. And I'm like, he's the biggest YouTuber of the UK. You're the biggest YouTuber of the US. It's Clash of the Titans, bro. Like, I don't know. I was just
just pushing it on him.
For 3 months, he's like, I got visa for 3 months. Let me just spend all of it.
I think I was there for like 2 weeks trying to convince him. Like, I was like really trying to convince him. Like, yeah. And he eventually said, I'm going to do it, bro.
But I think it was great. I think the fact that they both fought, it was super exciting for the community.
Yeah, I think it was a sport. Like, it was like not like an actual aggressive like. Like, I remember we got like we did an interview with BBC before the fight, and they started like, oh, so this is all violence. YouTube's promoting violence and all this sort of crap. I'm like, it's a boxing match, it's a sport. What are you talking about?
It's violent.
Yeah, like they like jumped like I don't know. They were just trying to villainize it.
Yeah,
you could say that about ESPN then.
Yeah, I know. It's so
Football.
stupid.
Yeah,
they've got boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
I don't know. No head guards though. I'm scared someone's gonna get knocked out this time around.
I mean, for sure, probably. I mean, they were taking hits last time.
Oh, big hits as well.
And if
yeah.
they didn't have that, I mean, it's.
I can't. They can't get knocked out. I'm like, I want them to both make it. So, like, if you lose by points, it's not that bad. But
if someone gets knocked out, it's gonna be hard to watch.
Also, it's painful to watch. They're gonna get memed the fuck out of. Like it's gonna be terrible for the loser if there's a knock. I feel bad for. Like, hope it doesn't happen.
You care about both of them.
Yeah, I'd hate to see any of them get knocked out. And they're such big personalities, and like, they're all their family and friends. They're such alpha males in their communities, and I don't know. I'd feel, oh god, it'd be painful to see for sure.
When is that happening?
November the 9th, I think.
Yeah.
So we have another question from.
I nearly burped. Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry about that, man. I apologize.
From Instagram and Twitter from AmanM7. Can you have a fight with Michael? I think what they meant is, would you maybe box?
Oh, box Michael. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, this diss track stuff is just for like a setup for the undercard fight. I'll be honest right now, I'd get my fucking head kicked in if I fought Michael. I'm definitely.
Is he stronger than you?
Oh yeah, way stronger than me. Like he's the dominant twin for sure. I would get destroyed by Michael.
Like, is it because he works out and stuff and you don't? Or
yeah, I think so. And he's just more physically active. Like, I sit and write and edit.
And he gets cut up, and he like.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to get destroyed. It would be fun though to get my head kicked in by Michael. I don't know.
Would be fun.
Yeah,
it'd be cool to see a boxing chess match, like 1 round boxing, one round chess.
Yes.
See who loses.
Hey, there you go.
See, there we go. It's a terrible idea.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't like the idea.
But yeah.
All right, we got another question here from Daddy Jack.
Daddy Jack.
This is a little more serious question, I think.
Okay.
Would you die for your brother?
Would I die for my brother? Yeah, probably. If someone had a gun, I don't know. What's the situation? Spell out the scenario for me.
There's a gun and pointed at your brother's head. It says either you go or you go.
I'd say, like, honestly, I'd say take him.
He can live without it.
Yeah. Well, this would be a research thing. You guys would have to set it up and see what the real reaction would be. Yeah.
We're gonna prank him now.
And actually kill him. Yeah. I think I would die for him, to be honest. If someone had a gun to his head, I'd probably really dramatically jump in front of the bullet and take it for him.
So, would he do the same?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't know, maybe. See, this is the thing. See, everyone's got their answers of what they'd say, but how would someone truly react?
That's true.
You have to set up the scenario and find out. Ryan, set it up.
All right, we'll make it happen at some point. But then now that we talked about it, I mean...
No, he doesn't listen to these sort of things.
No, I mean, you are going to know if we did it to you.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll come up with a new scenario.
yeah.
It's like, this is oddly familiar.
Is that nigahiga?
Yeah.
Just like behind the tree.
He's going to do it. He will.
Yeah. Cool. Well, awesome, man. I mean, thank you again so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a
congrats,
dream. I
dude.
always watch your stuff, Ryan.
Oh,
It is an
thank you,
honor.
man. Thank you.
Thank you for making it happen over there as well. That's my
Thank you,
wife.
Tosh.
She's beautiful.
Off camera.
I love you.
Yeah, your future wife. Awesome. Well, you want to plug anything where you're going to be or where can they find you?
All right. Well, I'm moving in with Ryan now, so we're going to hang out a lot. You're going to see a
on
lot
through.
more than me.
Yep.
No, yeah, I've got nothing to plug. Thanks for having me.
Well, your movie
Social
when
media.
it comes out.
Oh, my movie when it comes out.
Yeah.
Watch that when it's out. Thank you.
And your social media, social handles?
Oh, yeah, just RackaRacka. RACKA, RACK.
Cool.
A.
And with that being said, you can follow us at Off the Pill on Twitter, at Off the Pill Podcast on Instagram. And the way we end this is we just breathe into the mic. So 3, 2, 1.
I'm heartbroken.
We're going to find out who this person is, and then we're going to just send it to her.